are live here, my motivational rants for this beautiful rants. Did I say rant? This is my motivational rant for this beautiful Wednesday morning. I hope this gives you a little bit of inspiration today. This is live on Instagram and on Facebook. We're also recording it for the podcast, The Hidden Why, guys. If you haven't checked it out, do jump over there. Fantastic interviews, lots of motivation, lots of inspiration, lots of great thought leaders and founders and experts really sharing their knowledge and inspiring us all, educating us all, and hopefully helping us live with a deeper level of purpose and happiness. That's what it's all about at The Hidden Why. Anyway, today's motivational rant, I was lying in bed. I went to bed rather early last night. I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm not sure what the time was. I try not to check the clock when I do that because it seems to keep me awake longer. But I had all these concerns running through my head, and I'm sure you can relate. I'm sure you have these experiences in your day-to-day lives where, something comes up, something doesn't quite turn out as you expected. Perhaps you've missed out on an opportunity. Yesterday for me, there was a couple of things that were just causing me a little bit of anxiety and frustration. And in the middle of the night when I woke up, all bright and fresh for some crazy reason, I start to think about them. And while I was lying there thinking about these things, I really try now to understand that they are first world problems. They're really not as intense or as aggravating as I make them out to be. They are really small issues into the bigger things that matter in life. And I think that's what's really the message today for me recording this, is because when I was lying there and I started to go, you know what, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect the level of my happiness, the health, and all those things that really do matter that I sometimes take for granted. And I think we all take these things for granted when we have these other first world problems inflict on our lives. And so by just having a little bit of gratitude there in the middle of the night, I managed to just calm myself down a little bit and realize that they're not really big issues and they're not really going to stop life for me. And that allowed me to actually fall back to sleep. But I think that's the message. I think sometimes, there might be in any given day and any given week, a bunch of things happen. And this week feels like one of those weeks for me where there's just so many things happening that haven't quite turned out as I perhaps thought were going to turn out that way. I had these expectations. I had this attachment to these expectations as well. And I think that's where I went wrong. And that caused me a level of anxiety. And the more I thought about it, the more frustration that built within me. And I think they really are insignificant problems. And at the end of my life, I don't think I'm really going to worry about them too much. So that's the thought today, guys. First world problems. I think we need to just pull ourselves back in line. Think about all the things in our lives that we're grateful for. Think about all the lovely opportunities that we have to look forward to going into the next day, into the next week, into the next year. Think about everything that we have good in our lives, and that will help us just sort of unwind perhaps and forget about these problems that come up in our lives that really don't have that level of significance. So I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. Again, check it out, thehiddenwhy.com. These are sort of new solo rants on thehiddenwhy.com. There will be a mashup of very short, couple of minute speeches like this one today. Hope you enjoyed. We'll speak to you soon. Cheers.